In many ways, Naples lives up to the stereotype many of us have about Italy. There are grand buildings like the San Francesco di Paola church in the Piazza del Plebiscito, the city's main square. Just a few yards away, the streets buzz with life. Come off the shopping boulevards and you're into the historic back streets. Vibrant communities, tall buildings each side of narrow roads. Roads that seemingly go on forever, forming a spider's web stretching out for miles. Feeling terribly English as I wander about, I'm enlivened and somewhat dazed by the colours, sounds and sights. Perhaps it's better to get up high. This is the Castel St Elmo, perched high above Naples. A castle started in 1329, and from here, well, you really do get the best panoramic view of this vibrant Italian city. It's a really different way of life here. So how do British military personnel, their families, cope when they're deployed to the NATO base, which is just north of Naples? All this week we'll be looking at the living and working environment for British personnel and their families, from schools to UK traditions being embraced by all. But first, what is this NATO base called JFC Naples all about? It's the Allied Joint Force Command. 800 or so military staff from the 28 countries of NATO working here together. The spare flagpole is for Montenegro, which will join the alliance later this year. Lieutenant General Luciano Portolano is Chief of Staff and explains the headquarters' purpose.
Well, it is one of the two permanent headquarters. One is here in Naples, the other one is in Brunssum. The importance of these headquarters is just to fulfill all the activities that are related to the main tasks that have been provided by the higher level, that is collective defense, and it is crisis management and cooperative security.
Right now, Naples is responsible for the NATO mission in Kosovo and Sarajevo and cooperation with the African Union. But the main emphasis of this place is the NRF, NATO Response Force, led by Lieutenant General Alain from Canada.
Naples is on standby, so if anything happens in the world that the NAC decides that we need to deploy the NRF, we'll be deploying a joint task force, and at the onset I would be commanding that joint task force in charge of the NRF. The NRF is a force of about 40,000 troops that can go anywhere where it would be required.
The 40,000 personnel aren't a standing force, rather they can be called upon by this command centre from member countries if needed. But a lot of personnel do work here permanently, including Chief Petty Officer Alain, formerly a chef, now working in protocol. Like all offices here, the staff are from all nations.
The multinational environment is the biggest challenge, because being British servicemen, when you ask for something to get done or you're asked to get something done, it is done. Whereas other people have slightly different take on what an order is or what a requirement may be or how urgent something could be. But that's just part of leadership challenges, leadership qualities. You just have to embrace it, move on and try and encourage them to perform to the standards we require.
Commander Gallagher from Germany is RAB's boss and values the British contribution to the headquarters.
If you think about NATO and something like a Joint Force Command, like a salad, you have many different ingredients to make the salad a culinary experience which is worthwhile eating. And as long as the British ingredients are not in there, there's something very important missing. So I'm not going to dive into is it the beef which is missing or something else, but without them, the salad would be quite a shallow thing to eat.
Whatever that British ingredient might be, there's certainly plenty of it here, all available to UK personnel and their families, from the medical centre to the all-important community centre, which helps people settle in to a new life in Naples.